Good morning, students. Welcome in your computer online studies. Children, today we are going to cover chapter 10, part 1 from our computer textbook. Okay, so the title of the chapter is Introduction to C Language. Fine. So in chapter 9 we have learned what is a flowchart and algorithm. You must have enjoyed that chapter, children, and tried a few of the flowcharts practice. We also learned how to develop an algorithm. The fact is that flowchart and algorithm form basic solution to any problem. We then convert this flowchart or algorithm in a program. For writing programs, many languages are there. So C language is one of them. In this chapter, we will be introducing you to C language, children. First of all, we should know what is the need of programming language. Why? So the first question we might ask what is the need of programming language? Why not write program in other languages like we already know, which are called natural languages like Gujarati, Hindi, English. So, well, the answer is a sentence in such languages may not have just one meaning. This does not work with computer. Understood? They are having multiple meanings of same sentence. So same way, computer will not work on such kind of languages. For computer to work properly, each sentence has to be clear and precise. Programming language, when used, allows us to write an instruction that has only one meaning. It consists of a set of predefined rules and regulations. These rules form syntax, that is grammar of the language, and hence learning a programming language is only learning a new grammar or new syntax to represent the instructions we want to give to computer. It is like learning new grammar when we learn new language of computer. So computer does not understand what we are typing directly from the keyboard. Okay, so it need a translator. So need of translator. Computers do not understand the language that we speak. Neither does it understand the programming language also. It only understands 0 and 1, the binary language. The problem discussed here is similar to the problem that we face at times in our lives. Consider that there are two persons, person X and person Y, who don't know each other's language. So person X knows Gujarati while person Y knows English. So how would these two persons communicate? The option is the third person, Z, who knows both the languages. And so now when person X wants to communicate to a message to a person Y, so he communicates the message first to person Z in Gujarati first, and person Z will translate it in English and then communicates the message to person Y. Same process is repeated in reverse order. When person Y wants to communicate with person X, here person Z is known as a translator, and the process of converting one language into the another language is known as translation. The problem of computers not understanding our language is solved by using some softwares, programs called translator. So translator is not a device, it is a software, children. The translator is also known as compiler. Fine. The process of translation has been discussed at the end of this chapter. We will see later on. Let's see. C language, written by Brian Kerrigan and Dennis Ritchie. This was to be the language that Unix was written in to become the first portable language. In recent years, C has been used as a general purpose language because that is general purpose language, children, remember, because of its popularity with programmers. Why C is still useful? C provides efficiency, high performance and high quality, then flexibility and power. It is powerful language also. Many high level and low level operations can be done on this language, that is called middle level. Stability and small size codes are there in C. It provides functionality through rich set of functions library, and it is a gateway for other professional languages like C, C++, Java. Okay, C is used in system software compilers, editors, embedded systems. Data compression, graphics, and computational geometry utility programs also are used in C programming. Databases, operating systems, device drivers, system level routines are also used in C. There are zillions of lines in C, legacy codes. Also, C is used in application programs, children. I hope you are getting it. Now, history of C. C actually crosses by 4 stages. First is editing, writing the source code by using some IDE or editor. Like, okay. Secondly, then pre-processing or libraries. Already available routines are there which are in libraries of C. Then compiling, it translates or converts source codes or to object codes for a specific platforms. Okay, so always source codes are written in editor and they are converted by the compiler into the object code. Then come linking, it resolves external references and produces the executable modules. Got it? Now children, portable programs will run on any machine, but note that program correctness and robustness are most important than program efficiency. C was evolved from the 2 previous languages, that is BCPL and B. BCPL is what? Basic Combined Programming Language, used for writing OS and compilers. OS is what? Operating systems. B used for creating early versions of Unix OS, Unix operating system. Both were typeless languages. C language evolved from B, that is Dennis Ritchie in Bell Laboratories. He has evolved over there. Hardware, C is hardware independent. Any kind of computer hardware or computer platform, C can be taken or it can run its programs or it can execute its program. It's program portable to the most of the computers, and dialects of C are Common C, NCC, NC ISO 9899 to 1990. It's called American National Standards Institute, that is NCC, and C is totally case sensitive. Okay, so now basics of C environment, children. As we have already seen back in this slide, you can see there are 6 phases of C environment. First is editor, which is written on disk. Second is preprocessor, same work, that is program processes the code. Third is compiler, that also on disk creates object code and store it on disk. Fourth, linker, that is also links object code with libraries and stores it on disk. Phase 5 में आ जाता है loader, that is the primary memory, it puts program in the memory. Phase 6 में CPU, central process unit, that is primary memory, it takes in each instruction and execute it. In the storing, executes it storing new data values to it. Okay, our first program, children, it starts with hash include stdio.h. You can see the first program which is written in the slash and asterisk mark, so it is a single line comment in C language. Comments are not to be processed, fine, by the compiler. Then we go to void main, in curly bracket actual program is to be written, printf hello world and curly bracket close. Let's talk about programming language. Flowchart and algorithm form basic solution to any problem. These flowcharts or algorithms then are converted into a program. Java, COBOL, C, etc. are the programming languages. Programming languages consist of set of predefined rules. Any programming language जिसमें कि पहले से तय किए हुए नियमों को हमें या रूल्स को हमें कैरी करना पड़ता है. According to those rules we have to convert or create our program. These rules form syntax of the language. यही रूल हमारी लैंग्वेज का, कंप्यूटर लैंग्वेज का एक ग्रामर रहती है. If the grammar is okay, so we can make our language more precise. Hence, learning a programming language is only learning new syntax of the particular language, as we have seen earlier, children. Once again, we will see translator and compiler in very short. Computer only understand binary code, that is 0 and 1. It cannot read or understand any programming language directly. The problem of computer not understanding programming language is solved by using software programs called translators or compilers. The translators are also known as compiler. Thus, the program converting programming language into the binary code is called what? Compiler. Once again, history of C languages, children, given there, you can go through. Okay. See, the origin of C has been dated back to 1972 in Bell Laboratories and was developed by Dennis M. Ritchie. C language was derived from BCPL, Basic Combined Programming Language. The main aim of developing C was to build robust system. Later on, it became popular, then was used by the programmers for developing all kinds of softwares. Hence, it is known as GPPL, that is General Purpose Programming Language. C language was standardized in 1989 by American National Standard Institutes, that is ANSI. Then onward it came to be known as ANSI C. Different operating system and compiler support ANSI C. C is structural language, okay, and it allows its program to be broken into small pieces known as functions. These functions, once created, are reusable. C program is generated using set of such an approach helps programmer to solve problems arising in the program easily. C programs can be ported to different machines having different operating system, and compiler with almost negligible modification can be ported or can be run. Hence, C language is considered as a portable language. I hope you got it, children. Now, characteristics of a program and a program. A set of precise and clear instructions given to a computer for performing the predefined task is called program. The process of writing step instructions using a chosen language is known as programming. A good program possesses following characteristics. A program must end after definite number of steps. Number 2, the instructions of program must be precisely defined. That is, it should not have multiple meaning. Number 3, all the instructions must be effective. Number 4, a program may take 0 or more inputs. कम से कम 0 या ज़्यादा inputs ले सकते हैं किसी भी program में. A program may produce 1 or more outputs. Okay. Now, children, structure of C program is given as seen from the previous example. A C program is set of blocks called function. A function is made up of one or more statements used for performing a predefined task. A complete C program structure is given here in 10.4. You can have a look, children, over there. Let us discuss these sections in detail. First, we are having documentation, symbolic constant definition, file include section, and global variable declaration. That comes in optional section. Then second part we go to main, curly bracket, declaration, and executable statements. That comes in compulsory section for all executable C programs. Okay, function 1, function 2, and function n, these are user defined functions. That is a complete structure of a C program, children. Children, now we will see the documentation part. Okay, this section is the comment section. Comments are written within asterisk and slash, right? In pair of asterisk, slash and asterisk, that is front slash. Comments are not processed by C compiler and are left as it is. This section is generally used to tell about the purpose of the program, author, date of the creation, etc. etc. Informations are to be written in comments. Comments can be added anywhere in the C program. This section is an optional section, but it is always a good practice to use comments within a function, and as it improves the readability and understanding of the program. Second is symbolic constant definition. Symbolic constant is always defined with hash symbol. Okay, this hash is prefixed to it. Here hash define is known as preprocessor directive. It directs the compiler to replace all occurrence of symbolic constant with the value specified against it. Generally, symbolic constants are defined using capital letters. Example, the statement hash define pi 3.14 will consider pi as 3.14 in a program. Now file include section. C language provide built-in library functions such as power to calculate value of x raised to given power, sqrt to find square root of given given number, etc. To use them, one need to include file and holds information about these functions. The files containing these functions are known as header files in C language. The extension of header file is .h. .h means header file. The syntax for including header file is hash include filename .h. Generally, all C programs begin with hash include stdio.h, that is standard input output header file. This statement instructs the compiler to include the content of header file called stdio.h. Last is global variable declaration. C variables are governed by scope. A scope of C variable is decided by using opening and closing curly brackets. The variable defined within the curly brackets are known as local variables and cannot be used outside their scope. The variables that can be used in all functions are known as global variables. This variable is defined before defining all the functions. Then we come to the fifth main section. The execution of C program starts with main. The control of C program is first transferred to main. Then the rest of the operations are carried out. Then come user defined functions, children. C is a structured language and provides facility of breaking a single program into set of small parts. These parts are known as function. All the functions which are written by the programmer are defined in this section. Points to be remembered for writing C program. Header file must be defined before main. Every C program must contain main. Execution of C program starts from the opening curly bracket after the main program. The closing curly bracket indicates the end of the main. Two functions with the same name are not allowed in C alphabet. Generally, C program consists of lowercase alphabets. Identifiers are case sensitive. The statement within main ends with a semicolon. There should be at least one blank space between two words of a C program. Comment can be inserted wherever a blank space can be inserted. Every opening curly bracket should have the corresponding closing curly bracket. Example of C program is given, children. You must go through this. You can see beginning and ending of the curly bracket, header file above main. Okay. Output is also given. So children, we will be continuing in next session. Till then, thank you and please go through your textbook along with this video. Thank you children. Have a good day.